こんにちは、ハリケーンフットボールです。今回の教材は、ブライトンの三笘薫に関する動画です。ブライトンはこの移籍市場でもさらに積極的に補強をしているようですが、三笘薫、ファンヘッケ、エストゥピニャン、エンシソ、ファーガソン、など、挙げればキリがないほど移籍の噂も上がっていました。直近では、ジョアンペドロのチェルシー移籍に冷やう意語が出されましたが、三笘に関しては、残留の可能性が高そうな様相になってきました。今回はトークシーガルで、この移籍市場の話もしながら、来シーズンの期待と懸念について話していますが、ジョアンペドロの移籍が決定する前のタイミングで作成された動画でも、ファンヘッケと三笘の二人が、最も移籍すると困る選手だと話し、三笘が唯一ブライトンの選手の中でワールドクラスの選手だとも話しています。実際にどのように話しているのか、チェックしてみましょう。
Hello, welcome back to Talk Seagulls, and it feels so weird to be back. It's been absolutely months, but we're back at the Caxton Arms for the new season, and I'm back with Brett Mendoza. Brett, the owner of the pub, the legend that is. It's good to see you again. It's been a long time.
It's great to see you. What an intro that was. Yeah, it's been a while, hasn't it?
New season. It's time to be nice to each other, right?
Yeah, I'm happy with that.
How are you feeling ahead of all of this? There's a fair bit's happened, isn't it, since the end of last season?
Yeah, so it's like, it doesn't seem that long ago. It seems like nothing's happened, but it seems like loads is happening and has happened. For now, I think I'm really excited about the new season.
Yeah. It's always a weird bit for me, the new season thing, because when the season's sort of dying off, I mean, it didn't really die off for us because we were in it to the end, but like, you sort of think, oh, the season's nearly over. It's going to be good for the new season to come around, another summer. Within 2 or 3 weeks of the summer starting, you're just bored. Like, I can't explain it. There's not much else to really think about. I mean, apart from we've got some great gigs and stuff, and I love it. It's great fun. You've got other things to do, of course, but it's just not the same as being in a Brighton away end, to be honest.
Yeah, I agree. Like, you think, oh, there's loads to do when football's not on, and then you realise how much you miss football when football's nearly everything. Like I said, from them not winning the cup final, we needed like 8 results to go our way, and then I think the first 6 happened. You're like, oh, this is well good, and then it just ended abruptly, and we're not in Europe. And then there was the whole thing: are they in or out of Europe because of technicalities? And then after that,
judgment's not in yet.
No.
The final word's not in. So this could even be outdated by the time this actually goes out. But as far as I'm concerned, Crystal Palace aren't going to get into Europe, are they? Surely.
I think they will. Okay, they kind of.
Sorry, they will get into Europe. That's what I meant to say.
Yeah. I think they kind of deserve it. They won the cup.
Yeah,
and it's a technicality on something that. When the deadline was, I think it was the 4th round of the cup, they were probably 15th in the table, and you don't think I need to sell my shares to get into Europe. Like, I don't know, but that's like the excitement since the end of the season, and after that's finished, I don't know what there is to look forward to.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean. You got the new kits, I suppose, at some point soon.
I think 3 new kits, I heard.
Yeah, you got 3 new kits this season. There's a new third shirt. Yeah. I mean, there is other ways. No, I'm joking. Don't do that.
There isn't.
But no, the third shirt's going to be here, so that's going to be different. It does feel a bit new. We got all this work going on at the Amex. Obviously, the North Stand's getting a bit of a glow up. I've heard.
Is it safe standing next season? No.
Yeah, is that happening? I think the weigh-in's not moved yet. I think that's the season after. And there's obviously this big new mega store which is coming, I think the 2nd of July.
I think I got the email yesterday from the club saying, "Oh, come and use the escalator." Blah blah blah.
So the Amex is going to be different again, which is quite cool. So there's that, and there's an event at the Terrace. So there is stuff to start easing you back into it, roping you back into football, and it has been a bit of a quieter sort of end of season, but at the same time we've made quite a few moves already. It feels like we've been quite proactive in the incomings. So we signed Diego Coppola already, but Scagli is another one that's on pre-contract terms. So I think he'll be here in the 30th of June, which at the moment is 4 days away. So again, that's another one to come in. Obviously there's links as well to players like Harvey Elliott. It's been really, really talked about for probably since last January, I think. So how are you feeling with the new shape of squad? It feels like maybe a change in formation, do you think?
Yeah, I think so. Like, Hertzler was famed for playing 3 at the back at St. Pauli, and it now looks like we're signing 2 central defenders. Like, we've got Webster, Dunk, Van Heck. I can't remember who else in Hinchelwood plays there. So it looks like we're going to go 3 at the back. We kept Lamptey, so maybe he's looking at wing backs again. So it's looking like a change of formation, which would be good.
I pick you up on one name you said there was Van Hecker. I mean, there's links obviously to Newcastle. It's unconfirmed as to how reliable that is at the moment, but it seems like a lot of our players are being linked with moves away. Obviously, you've got Joao Pedro, you've got Karim Mitoma, Van Hecker, and Ciso.
Not probably.
Yeah, so there's a lot of outgoings. I even saw someone was talking about Ferdy Kadzioglu going on loan, which I thought was insane. Yeah, believe it or not, he actually is a player, Brian. And yeah, I mean, I put a tweet on about it, and everyone sort of acted like I was almost having a meltdown over it, but I wasn't. I was sort of just reposting the news, if you know what I mean. And I was sort of just saying all these players are linked away. Hopefully, we don't lose too many. So which obviously don't overreact. Don't overreact. We're not overreacting. We're stating what's happening. But how do you feel about potentially having a good 4 or 5 players leave at this stage? Do you think it could be a problem for us?
Maybe, like with Joao Pedro, obviously something's happened, and it looks like he's going to go. Like I go past his house every day. He has moved out. So, but in the big moments, Joao Pedro was our man. Like, last minute winners, pressure penalties, the leader he was. He wasn't an amazing like goal
consistency
scorer,
as well,
but he on his day he's as good as we've ever had, and missing that's 10 goals and 10 assists in this season in the league. That's a big chunk to lose. And then we've got this Greek kid coming in, so I don't know. It's a lot of pressure on an 18-year-old.
Yeah. Especially for 30 odd million that we signed him for, Kostoulas, I believe. Very limited sort of footage that I could find of him. I think there was an account called Maxi something. I'll shout him out if I can find his at. But he was posting clips of every action, pretty much every ball action that he had in his leagues, he found and posted, both good and bad. You had the good and and it was quite interesting. I think I saw a bit of a raw Julio probably, which is obviously a very exciting prospect. Don't get me wrong, but potentially maybe a little bit early for him to just say, "Oh, he's going to come in on the first game of the season and score goals." It might be a one we have to trust the process with him a little bit, you know.
I agree with that. Like for someone that's only 18, has only played in Greek league to come into the Premier League, like I kind of looked at some of the footage and in my head I think Evan Ferguson again, like another massive 18-year-old goal scoring wonder kid, and then they look at Ferguson now, where we think he should be. We were touting him as another £100 million player not so long ago, and now. Is he going to go out on loan to the Championship? Well, it's just weird how football works. But like we've obviously scouted this Greek kid a lot. We've put a lot of money into it. So it sounds like he's going to go into the first team and not go on loan to USG or something. So,
I think he'll be sticking around. But I mean, obviously we signed Stefanos Tsimas as well, didn't we? That was earlier in January. But again, it's another player to bring in. It's a Greek kid as well. So the squad's starting to take shape, it feels. I'm a little bit apprehensive if we were to lose too many. I would be scared of having another transition season, as people like to say. But hopefully, if we keep the sort of core, I think the main ones to keep on my point of view would be Van Hecker and Mitoma. Sort of resigned to the fact that Joao's going to go. I agree with that. Like, it'll be the player of the season curse again if Van Hecker goes, or the curse where the players with the best chance go and Joao Pedro goes. Just. Like we see all our players go, like Burn, McAllister, Caicedo, they've all gone on to win things, whereas we've looked okay and just got a load of profit. So if we keep them, then we can win a trophy if we like add to the squad that we've got, because they've had another year again to bed in. Like Gruder's suddenly looking good. Like Weaver's got a lot better. Even O'Reilly was getting better, but there's another one that might go. So O'Reilly's linked away. I think Everton were talking about him. There's a few other clubs as well. I think Europe, I think Napoli wanted him as well, didn't they? So
they want everyone, Napoli.
Napoli on a mad one. Billy Gilmore and Scott McTominay have been the influence by the looks of it. But there is a big shift, it feels like. Again, it feels like a lot of players are being touted with moves away. And as I said, I want to just keep that core. On Mitoma quickly, Bayern Munich have... I think they've cooled their interest, I believe, so they're not so hot on that man right behind you. I think in terms of players, I've gone on about him so many times, but he is still one of the best players I've ever seen at Brighton. And I think if we were to if we're to be serious again next season and say, look, this year we're going to put everything into going for Europe again, I think we have to just keep hold of him again.
Yeah, I agree. Like I said towards the end of the season, I think he's our only world-class player at present. I think Belieber's going to get there and some, but he's I don't want to call us a one-man team because we're not, but when Matoma plays, it's a different game. Like, when he's come on late, he's just changed games, got winners, got assists, and that's what we need. Like otherwise, we're just playing pretty patterns of football, but no killer edge, and he's the one that's got it.
Yeah, no, I agree. And it's quite good for us at Bayern have called that interest because I think that was a big enough club to tempt him away, Champions League sort of thing. And just looking across the rest of the top clubs, they're pretty okay for left wingers. I mean, I'd be surprised if Liverpool are going to put more money into another player that's 28 years old. Looks like they're after Isak anyway, which is he can play off the left side. They've got Diaz, depending if he stays. And of course, then you've got City already on their sort of push. Really, they've made a lot of signings. So I don't think that of the big clubs, maybe Arsenal potentially, but I've not seen their name thrown into that hat yet. It would be quite comical if he were to go to Arsenal and replace Trossard again, though. But I can't see that making that move. So I do live in the hope that is Mitoma for now. Okay.
Yeah, I can't imagine us without him. To be fair.
Yeah. No, I agree. So Van Hecker and Mitoma to stay and everyone else to come in.
次は解説です。ボソボソ話すというよりも、はっきり話さないような喋り方のように感じますが、英語の聞き取りにくいポイントの一つでもあると思いますので、少し難しく感じる方もいたのではないでしょうか。ボキャブラリーは難しいものもあまりなかったので、簡単なものも多いですが、本日の解説をチェックしてみましょ
う。Then it just ended abruptly.
アブラプトリは、物事が予想外に急に起こることを表す副詞です。例えば、会話が途中で終わったり、人が急に立ち去ったりする場面に使われます。何かが滑らかに終わるのではなく、ガクッと途切れるような印象を与えます。また、人の態度が冷たくてぶっきらぼうな場合にも使われます。突然の変化を強調したいときにぴったりの単語で、物語やビジネスの会話、日常表現にも幅広く登場します。聞いたり話したりする場面でぜひ使いこなしましょ
う。And then it just ended abruptly. And then it just ended abruptly.
It said like I was almost having a meltdown over it, but I wasn't.
メルトダウンは、もともと原子力発電で使われる技術用語で、炉心が溶け落ちる危険な状態を表します。現在では比喩的にもよく使われ、特に人が感情的に爆発したり、精神的に崩壊したりする場面を表すのに使われ、例えば、試験の失敗で泣き崩れるような状態を表現します。企業や経済の破綻にも使えるので、ニュースや映画でも頻繁に耳にし、ネイティブが自然に使う感情表現の一つです。
It like I was almost having a meltdown over it, but I wasn't. It like I was almost having a meltdown over it, but I wasn't. I'm a little bit apprehensive if we were to lose too many.
アプリヘンシブは、何か悪いことが起こりそうだと感じて不安になっている気持ちを表す単語です。例えば、新しい環境に飛び込むときや、大事な試験の前などに使われます。ちょっと心配や、不安だけどやるしかないといった前向きさと慎重さが入り混じったニュアンスがあります。単なる、心配である、ウォーリードとは異なり、予期して身構えるイメージを持つ単語です。日常英会話やビジネスの場面でもよく使われます。
I'm a little bit apprehensive if we were to lose too many. I'm a little bit apprehensive if we were to lose too many. It feels like a lot of players are being touted with moves away.
タウトは、これすごいよと強調して売り込むときに使う単語です。商品や人物などを世間にアピールしたいときに使われ、称賛するや、もてはやすといったニュアンスを持ちます。また、イギリス英語では、チケットなどを不正に転売する、ダフや行為も意味します。口語やニュースでよく見かけるので、覚えておくと便利な単語で、特にスポーツやビジネスで注目されている人や物に使われます。
It feels like a lot of players are being touted with moves away. It feels like a lot of players are being touted with moves away. Because I think that was a big enough club to tempt him away.
テンプトアウェイは、誘惑して引き離すという意味の表現で、ビジネスやスポーツの文脈でよく使われます。例えば、有能な社員を高い報酬で引き抜くときや、 若いサッカー選手を他のクラブが狙っている時に使われます。テンプとは、誘惑する。アウェイは、離れていくというイメージなので、誰かを現在の場所や立場から動かそうとするニュアンスが含まれています。会話やニュース記事で頻繁に使われる表現です。
Because I think that was a big enough club to tempt him away. Because I think that was a big enough club to tempt him away. But I've not seen their name thrown into that hat yet.
スローワンズネームイントゥザハットは何かの候補に加わるときに使われるイディオムです。もともとは帽子の中に紙を入れてくじ引きや抽選をするという昔の慣習に由来しています。つまり名前を帽子に投げ入れるイコール選ばれる可能性に加わるというイメージです。ビジネスや政治、就職活動などで立候補するや応募するという意味でよく使われます。フォーマルすぎずカジュアルな会話にも適した表現です。
But I've not seen their name thrown into that hat yet. But I've not seen their name thrown into that hat yet.
いかがでしたか？ルターやミンテもいることで、個人的にはジョアン・ペドロの移籍は大きな損失でもなさそうにも感じますが、テクニックがあり、一人でもチャンスが作れ、プレッシャーにも強い選手としては、貴重な選手だったかもしれません。それなりに大きい放出でもありましたので、三笘薫を放出する可能性も、これでさらに低くなったのではないでしょうか。ブライトンでプレーする三笘薫が好きだという人も多いと思いますが、それ以上に高いレベルでプレーすることでさらに輝くと思いますし、チャンピオンズリーグでプレーするチャンスを、さらにまた1年、あるいは永遠に逃すことを考えると、もうこのタイミングで移籍してもらわないと、ここがピークになってしまう不安さえ感じます。まだまだ移籍の可能性はあるとは思いますし、どこかの左ウィングに動きがあれば、ドミノ的に移籍が発生する可能性もあると思いますので、移籍市場の最後まで期待したいと思っています。本日もご視聴いただきありがとうございました。またすぐにお会いしましょう。